Our focus will move on to different ways of teaching data and graphs as well as different types of graphs. First up is the graph mat or the graphic mat. Let's look at the following video.
When I asked them a question when the shoes were in piles, like which is more, I was hearing so many different numbers. So I thought that would be a good idea to say, I'm hearing all these numbers, we need a way to organize this. That's when I pulled out the grid and showed them that there's a way to organize it so we can get a better answer to our questions. What type is Eric? A running shoe. How's Z? Come get your shoe. Yeah, How's Z has a running shoe. Now I have my shoe. I'm going to put my shoe here?
No!
Why not?
Because daddies have boots.
Oh, this isn't a
walking
shoe. Can I put it there?
Yeah. The first one, not the fourth.
Oh, I have to put it in the first square. Oh, why is that important?
Yes.
Oh, so we can count? And Eric said there's 5 running shoes. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about the superhero shoes?
4.
I'm hearing different numbers. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I said 1.
1 walking shoe. Wow, it's Jasmine and Michael. It was so much easier to tell how many shoes there were when we had them on this grid. When they were in a pile, it was hard to count them.
The technique of constructing graphs needs many opportunities for practice. The first graphs will be made using concrete objects, as we could see in the video. Learners use the objects that are to be compared, ordered, or counted to construct a graph. 2 piles of objects can be placed against a wall, as on the screen, in order to compare the number of objects in each pile. Objects could also be lined up, as you would see on the slide right now. Another example would be a graph wall. A graph wall will make it possible to organize concrete objects. This technique is much the same as using a sorting tray in order to sort objects. Shelves or shoe boxes are placed against the wall. The construction should be safe and stable. Learners place the objects to be compared in each box. After enough experience with concrete objects, counters can be used to represent objects. Curtain rings can be placed on a dowel. Strings of beads or Unifix cubes can be used. Only 2 things are compared at a 1-to-1 basis. The objects represent data but are concrete and mainly used to visualize the results of comparison. For picture graphs, learners can make use of cutouts, pictures or drawings to represent the information that is being graphed. At this stage, more than 2 things can be compared. An example is a graph showing all the birthdays for every month of the year, as in this screen. Learners can graph the result of measuring volume, length, and distance with informal units in this way. In grade R, learners can draw pictures of themselves or place the symbols used to identify their belongings in the spaces provided for each month. Older learners can place name cards in the spaces.